If you've ever had a vehicle broken into, you know what a frustrating experience that can be, because the chances are really, really good that you'll never see whatever was stolen. A couple of years ago, this white truck back here the side window was smashed in broad daylight in a busy store parking lot, and they grabbed a backpack full of basically about $1,000 worth of camping gear. When the cops got there, they said, you know, they were probably looking for guns, because they left about $500 worth of cordless tools right underneath the backpack. So as you probably are aware, the secondary market for camping gear is probably not really that big. They could have got a lot more money for the tools, but like I said, the cops said they were probably looking for guns because it was a pickup truck. And as I've learned later, since then, one of the number one ways that criminals get firearms is breaking into vehicles and stealing them. So the days when you could have a gun rack with a shotgun or rifle hanging in your back window are long behind us. And even if you don't have a weapon in your vehicle, you may have something that you don't want to get stolen. So in this video, we're going to take a look at a really good solution I found that allows you to keep some pretty large items very secure in a vehicle. That's the Snap Safe Trunk Safe 2. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So if you've endured that little extra long introduction, you know that we're talking about ways to keep stuff safe inside a vehicle. And just a little bit of background story here. You may know the Sportsman's Guide is a channel sponsor. Well, about a month or so ago, I flew to Arizona to purchase this really cool 2009 Jeep Wrangler from my friend John Abbott at Hog Holsters. And I actually shipped firearms out there with me because I didn't want to drive all the way back across the country unarmed. So I wanted to bring a rifle with me in case I had an opportunity to do some shooting, or just in case I needed a rifle, right? So I took it out there in a rifle case, but I figured I need a way to secure that in a vehicle as we're coming back from Arizona to Georgia, not only against theft, but because some municipalities may or may not want you to have your stuff, or require you to have your stuff locked up in a lockbox. So I thought, you know, this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and reach out to Sportsman's Guide and see if they would be kind enough to send me one of these boxes in exchange for a video about it. So that's what we're doing now. But I do have to tell you, I really like the box, and I was also really excited that, and my friend John said, by the way, that seriously, like Jeep owners, it's a big deal to Jeep owners, especially, even though this is a hard top, if you have a soft top, because I mean, these are pretty easy to get into. That's just fiberglass. Obviously, you know, it doesn't really matter. They can break your window and get into anything. But especially if you have a soft top vehicle, like a lot of Jeeps are soft tops, I mean, literally, you can get into it with something as small as this little knife right here. So it's a needed item in the Jeep community, so to speak, he said. So anyway, so I thought I would do this video, and I'm gonna put it in the Jeep series, but I think it's applicable to anybody that has something that they don't want stolen from their vehicle and wants to be able to secure something in their vehicle. So, and instead of me rambling on, let's go ahead and take a look at this box. Okay, so first I kind of wanted to show you the box kind of as it's been riding with me for about the last month. And I'll probably pull it out where you can see it, because I don't think the lighting is very good here, but you can see it is right here. It fits perfectly between the wheel wells. So that being said, I'm gonna pull it out here where you can see it a little better. Okay, so I got you off the tripod for a minute. Pardon the shaky camera work, but I wanted to be able to show you some of these details. So first of all, as you can see, I've got it pulled out from its normal nesting place, and that's because I just want to show you there's a couple ways to secure this thing to your vehicle. The way I've chosen right now is just got a really heavy-duty cable. This is about 3/8, I would think, going around the seat post. It's very securely fastened on that end, and on it connects to the back of the box with an actual stud that goes through here, and there's a nut and washer on the inside. It also has 4 bolt holes in it. You can bolt it down if you want to your floorboard if you want to. The box features a handle just like this on each end, and you're going to need that because this thing weighs 69 pounds empty. It's made of 13 gauge steel with a recessed pry resistant top, so there's no way to get anything under it and pry it up. 13 gauge steel is really heavy. And again, that cable, by the way, is 3 feet long. I don't know if I said that or not. So the lock on this box is a dual function lock. Either has a battery powered keypad or has an auxiliary actual physical key. just in case the battery goes dead, or in just case you prefer that. So let me just show you how it works. I'm not going to show you my password, but let me just so when you push, the little light comes up, says proceed. Open all the way like so, and just lift it up, and it's got, you see, I'm lifting it with like my pinky finger. So it's got some really nice hydraulic lifters, I guess you would call them, one on each side, very well balanced, and really nice heavy duty hinges right there. It has 8 locking bolts that come out, and they lock under the rim like this. This is the side, but they lock under the rim in the front. And then you can change the battery here. It's got a battery door there, and you can see I've got a full-size AR-15 in here with the stock extended all the way. There's still a pretty good bit of room, because this thing is 42 inches long by 7 inches high by 13 inches depth this way. So a lot of room in there. And then it has a let me see if I can show you this. It has comes with 2 of these egg crate pads that you can set however you want. And then also mine came with this other kind of like a little foam, or it's a small, almost like a worktop pad. Plenty of room in here. Also, just briefly, I bought a couple of these little Barska moisture absorbers just to keep in here, because when I got back from Arizona, there was a little bit of condensation on the rifle, and so I don't know if that was because I went through some storms and rain and whatever, and it got moisture in here or whatever. But I just put this moisture absorber in here. These are also pretty cool because they actually you can renew them in the microwave as they change color and absorb moisture. So, but just to show you the way these locking lugs work, when you lock this thing, these come out and they lock very securely under there. There's not a lot of play, no way to really get anything in there to pry it. Okay, so there is the Snap Safe Trunk Safe 2 back in its nesting place. And a couple things I do want to point out. So as you can see, this is a 2009 Jeep Wrangler 4-door, but it fits perfectly between the wheel wells on either side. But you're going to have to make sure the handle's down before you put it in, because there's not a lot of room there. Barely enough room for the handle on either side, kind of spaces it out. And one thing I will point out though, if you can see underneath here, because the way it sits on the wheel wells right here, just slightly up on this little hump, on each side there's this little hump right here. There's a little gap under here of maybe 1 inch, 3/4 to 1 inch, which would definitely, add a little complexity to bolting it down. You'd really have to have some exposed bolts and maybe even some nuts and washers, but you could certainly do that. And really, with the carpet gone, it might be a little lower, depending on what kind of Jeep you've got or what the back of your Jeep looks like. But as you can see, it fits in here just really, really well. It still gives you plenty of access, perfect access to the your little storage under here and all that. Man, I'm just telling you, it looks like it was intentionally designed to fit in a Jeep. I don't know if it was or not, but if it wasn't, they had a really, really happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. So, hopefully that was a reasonably coherent look at the Snap Safe Trunk Safe 2 from the folks at Snap Safe, which is a Hornady company, by the way. And before I wrap this up, a couple of important details that you need to be aware of. First of all, I looked around on the old internet, and literally the best price I could find on this was at Sportsman's Guide. And the next best price was Amazon. It's like $426.50, about 427 bucks, we'll call it. And that's with free shipping. So it's 426 bucks out the door plus tax or whatever. So we'll leave the tax out of it. Sportsman's Guide at member price is $395. Shipping was 15 bucks, so that puts it at $410, which is still less. Plus, if you use the coupon code SURVIVAL20, then you can also save another 20 bucks on that. So that puts it at what, about 35 bucks less. I'm not doing math on camera, but so Sportsman's Guide is definitely the best place to get this. Oh, and by the way, because I know somebody's going to ask, the moisture absorber that I'm using is the Barska moisture absorber. I bought mine on Amazon like $12.81, and again, they're renewable in the microwave, so it's just a good thing to have in a safe or anywhere you're going to have anything that the moisture might impact. And I'll put a link to that in the video description below. So Chuck Norris can make you stand in the corner of a round room. There's a couple things I like about it, and I'll wrap this up. First of all, I like that it fits exactly perfectly in this Jeep, because I was a little concerned about that. I had it shipped to Arizona, so when I picked the Jeep up, and I thought, man, I hope the box was considerably bigger than this because it had a lot of padding around it. And I thought, oh my gosh, man, I hope this thing fits in the back, and it did. I mean, it was like it's born there. So if you got a Jeep, this is a perfect solution for that. But even if any vehicle you've got, if you just want a way to secure something, then you definitely, this would be a really good thing to look at. Now, I'll say this, it's not gonna be waterproof or water resistant. There's no seal there, so it needs to be inside or under a cover. So this is not like a truck box you can put on back of an open truck and leave it, just to be straight with you. But anyway, that's it. Once again, thanks again to the folks at Sportsman's Guide for sending me this so I could show it to you. And again, no matter what solution you choose, don't leave firearms unlocked in your vehicle. It doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you got, anybody can break a window. And if you got something, a Jeep or something, especially something with a soft top, literally a pocket knife will get in there. So just don't do it. I hear people talk about truck guns and this and that. Those days are over. People will steal your stuff. They don't need your help committing crimes, so you don't want to be a arms supplier for criminals. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. But if you're looking for a good way to secure anything in the vehicle, the Snap Safe by Hornady is really a great option. And again, the best place I've found to buy it literally is on Sportsman's Guide. So thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.